To approach or pick up women, many guys rely on pickup artist tricks they read on a blog or watch on a YouTube video. That's a huge mistake, and here's why. Every woman knows instantly when a guy is trying to hit on her. The female mind is hardwired to sense it. It's an instinct that embeds itself inside the psyche of every woman. If you're using the same tired PUA lines every other guy uses, you're running into a trap. Because the moment those lines leave your mouth, you'll be as obvious to her as a boner in sweatpants. You're now just another guy trying to get in her panties, and you've torpedoed your chances with her, possibly for good. So the question is, how do you approach a woman without her realizing you're picking her up? How do you stay under the radar while she gets pulled toward you anyway? Here's the answer. As I teach in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, a true seducer must mask his intentions until the seduction is complete. That's a rule that every Shogun Method practitioner must follow. Stay covert and never show your hand. This is how the game should be played, and every woman plays the game this way: coy, indirect, and oblique. As a shogun, your goal is to trigger her interest without her knowing outright that she's being seduced. And you'll do that using the standard Shogun Method technique for approaching women. We call it the IF tactic. This technique comes in 2 steps. The first step is I, or intrigue. The 4th module of Shogun Method inside shogunmethod.net covers the art of generating intrigue in detail. We use a technique we call the intrigue ping, a mind control trick that captures a girl's attention instantly while making her guard drop. Here are a few examples of intrigue pings. I'm going to regret saying this, but does anyone ever tell you that? I think I know the story behind. Those lines pull the girl in with anticipation and curiosity, and they work better than lame pickup lines that scream intention and desperation. Seasoned Shogun Method practitioners know that the best intrigue pings should sound natural and in the moment. They should relate to the situation you're in with her. If it sounds canned or rehearsed, it drops dead right there, just like a canned pickup line in the real world. Once you've got her attention with an intrigue ping, you move to the next step, the F in the IF technique. The F stands for fractionation. Now this is where things get deep. Fractionation is a mind control and hypnosis technique that's been around for ages. Master seducers use it to make women fall in love fast, sometimes in minutes. If you're skeptical, I don't blame you. But once you see it in action, you'll understand. Here's how it works. Fractionation plays on a hidden flaw in the female subconscious. It's a mind control tactic that blurs the line between a woman's imagination and reality. Once you exploit that, she begins to develop intense emotions for you before she even realizes what's happening. Most women realize nothing and are even happier for it. To use fractionation, start by guiding her to recall a happy memory. You might say to her, think about a time when you felt completely joyful and free. What was happening? Then, when she starts describing it, dig deeper. Ask how it made her feel. Remember, you're triggering her positive emotions to associate with you. So, here's the question to ask her, word for word. So how did that make you feel? You'll see her brighten up as she relives the memory. Let her stay there for a moment. As she basks in the glory of the happy memory, switch. Ask her to recall something sad, a loss, or perhaps something painful. Make her describe it vividly. Don't panic if her mood shifts fast, because that's exactly what you want. When she dips into sadness, keep guiding her gently through it. Probe her feelings. Even if she tears up, stay calm. It means fractionation is working. Then, when the moment feels right, pull her back with a happy story, your own or one you make up. She'll feel relief gushing into her gut, and maybe a feeling of gratitude. And deep down, she'll start associating you with emotional rescue. You're now the man who can pull her out of pain. Do it enough times, and she'll build an emotional dependence on you. When she feels sad, she'll think of you automatically. You'll become her emotional anchor. That's the power of fractionation working to build emotional bondage between a woman and a man. If this sounds familiar, it's because you've seen it before, in soap operas, movies, and romance novels. They all hook women the same way, with emotional highs and lows, tears, and relief. Media producers use fractionation to keep women glued to their screens, crying in despair and yet coming back for more. The good news is, You can use fractionation the same way, except instead of making her addicted to a show, you make her addicted to you. With practice, fractionation lets you plant emotional triggers that bind her to you. It can make her fall in love with you fast, and in extreme cases, it can even make her emotionally submissive to you, if that's what you fancy. In Shogun Method, we call it emotional enslavement, and it's not something I like to talk about much outside our community at shogunmethod.net. But a word of warning here. Mind-control techniques like this can be dangerous in the wrong hands. There are men who use them to hurt women. That's not what Shogun Method is about, and that's why this knowledge isn't handed out freely. I am putting it under lock and key for a darn good reason. If you want to learn how to use these techniques responsibly, to attract, influence, and lead women, you'll need proper training. You'll find that in the official Shogun Method online masterclass. To join, go to fractionation.org or click the link in the first comment under this video. Enter your name and email. We'll verify if you qualify for access. We keep it that way to make sure this knowledge doesn't get misused. Thank you for understanding. Fractionation.org